So Alex with sevens, Jeffrey ace king, and Sean has got queen 10. Nice flop for Jeffrey. So the ace king bets out, can't get a shilling off the others. Level 4 of the day, end of this level, which will be roundabouts. It will just be past 5:45, 5:45, 5:50. There'll be a 45-minute break. So we have a hand again. Ace king in the big blind. Jeffrey in seat 9. Initial raise by Julius with the Cowboys. Raised to 1900 with 3 bets to 1.9. Back round to Julius in seat 2. Stack size of 12,000. Could make it about 42. Makes it 3,900. Away 4 betting light with just 13,000 behind the line. Now the lot's gone in and he's getting a call. We're going to have a showdown. Don't know why he's not snap called with 8,000 behind the line. Don't know what he's thinking about. Never folding kings, to be fair. Never folding kings. You've got 8,000 behind the line. You'll be very surprised. The rest of the table will be very surprised when he turns over the kings once he calls. There you go. And he shows kings. Andre Veslov's just looking around saying, what are you doing? Julius Paulson, kings. Jeffrey, ace king. All in pre. And the King's double. It's a stack to 25.7. Over to Raj in seat 3.
Call. Pass. Next up. Text it up.
Just need to take a seat, please. I'll do them. 3, 320, 340, 368, 400. So we have 3, 4, 4. So you have 800 on the F4.
I'll show you ready next. Yep. Yep. Hey, Louis, move. Move. Louis, go. Move. Please. Please. Thank you for ringing. You don't get a room for them on there. This thing that fucking smashed the bell with the one. Fuck it. Yeah. Right, right. Fucking some of the Chuckle Brothers. To me, to you, to me. Is that fucking Susan? Albert Einstein.
So the 1500 levels tomorrow.
I love it. It's something, huh? Drinking at night still? Nah, I've not. What are you? to see him what? Who's that?
One of them going through to the final with a quarter of the chips and plate and 2 tables left. Everyone else tried to love it.
Dog needs a haircut.
So the last level of the evening, who have we got? We've got some big names, we've got some big players, we've got some great names, we've got some great players. In seat 1, we've got Dan Hyde. In seat 2, we've got Christoph Z. In 3, we've got Ali Malou, chip leader. In 4, we've got Greg Harrison. In 5 is Co-Elite, champion in London. 2 years ago now. 2 years ago. In 7, as 6 is empty, we've got Jeff Kimber. Well done, Jeff, cashing again in the GUKPT. Anthony Sutcliffe in seat number 8. And Mo Qureshi also on 700,000 in seat number 9.
We could have a 1.4 million pot on day 2.
We could, indeed. The new chips in play, the 25,000s. We're on 20. How many are we on? I didn't 24? 24 or 25? I think it's 24. Where did Eddie finish?
Eddie came 27th, I believe. 27th.
Was he first out in the money?
No, he wasn't first out.
Oh no,
in the money.
27th.
Yeah, because when he came in, obviously the half-hour delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one off a pay jump. So, but we're off for the last session of the day, and I am looking forward to this one. Look at this table. Koa Lee, Ali Malou, Mo Qureshi, Jeff Kimber, and Dan Hyde actually on the table. Cashed this event last year. I remember playing with him on day 3, so must have cashed the event. Jeff Kimber also cashed the event last year. Good evening, everybody. Get involved via Twitter, hashtag GUKPT. And if you've just tuned in, we've saved the best featured table for last. Expecting a fun couple of last hours here. Ali Malou.
Hope you've not read Super System.
Super System, yeah.
Because it's gone straight out the window with Ali Malou and Mo Qureshi on the table.
raised to 18k from Greg in the hijack. Has ace 10 off and gonna get that one through, raise and take it. Christoph in seat 2. I think this is his 4th or 5th appearance on the featured table over the weekend so far. How is Andy Hills doing in the side event? Ask Gary. He is still in. 2 tables left in the side. And Mr. Hills is still in.
Not too sure why that question should be posted like that. It should be how many chips has Andy Hills got? If he's playing a tournament, it should be how many chips has he got? Surely. The guy never busts.
Lee in the hijack. Stack of 11 big blinds. Ace 8 moves all in, gets it through. Increases his stack by 19k, around 20%. Just shows you how effective it is now, picking up blinds and antes.
Winner of London 2 years ago now, Coley. Class as second, but no, I think that was a chop, wasn't it? Brett Kennedy and Coley chopped the money, but Brett Kennedy went on to lift the title. Raise all in again. I think we see the intentions of Coley. And an all in for Anthony in C number 8.
Over, reshove over the shove of Coley with 5s. So we're off to the races here. Ace King for Anthony, pocket 5s for Coley. Shakes his hand, little good luck.
Anthony Sutcliffe's biggest cash is this.
Is this?
Yep. Well done, young man.
To the flop. King 10 free.
Coley needs a 5. Oh, we have the Ace King doubling up, still a 5.
Yeah, Ace doesn't change anything, still needs to find a 5.
Anthony Sutcliffe looks like doubling up. Indeed.
Indeed he does.
3 pairs wins. So now we will see Coley stack going over the line. Every hand. Last 2 levels.
Donna, Katie and Sue are both out of the side event, but Diver is still in.
Excellent. There's all in.
Charlie moves all in for his last 8 big blinds with Ace 10. both Mo and Ali chip leaders at the table, both with around 90 big blinds, which is huge at this stage of the tournament.
So raised to 18,000 more with the ace-9, but he does have one hell of a lot of chips. Flop a king 9-9, the ace 9 against jack 9. How does Greg get away from this one at all, if ever?
Mo's going to be on his way to chunks of chips here.
So a bet of 15 and a call from Mo.
Turn doesn't change a thing. The ace-9 of Mo still the best hand.
That's 30,000.
Our position here, Mo, is after the flop's been raised by Greg, he's pretty much only repping 9x for value. That's why Mo flats here. He's either going to get the chips on the river and he wants to keep Greg's bluffs in.
So Greg decides to check. Does the back door make a difference? Well, yeah. 100,000 and a call.
Managed not to go broke that hand though, Greg.
He did manage not to go broke. 100,000 was the bet from Mo Qureshi on the river. Greg says, I've got a 9. And Mo Qureshi turned over ace-9 for the winning hand. Try and give you some relevant information about the side event when we can, young man. So Mo Qureshi is now chip leader in the tournament. Raised to 17,000 with the ace-8, bashing the table. So the short stack is the small blind moves all in on Jeff's big blind and won't be doing anything with 9-4. No, folds a hand. He's under the gun. Is that a standard race from Eliminations?
Pretty standard.
Does that look like 60,000 or 101,000? No, Eliminations. Nearly 100 big blinds.
Dan all in for his last 5 bigs with the ace-3 suited. Jeff gets out of the way, Anthony gets out of the way. Action on Mo in the big blind. He's got all the chips. He's got 9-6 of diamonds. He might just flick this one in to try and bust a player. And he does flick it in. And basically a coin flip this, the 9-6 of diamonds against the ace-3 off for Dan. That's a great flop for Dan. Now the 9-6 draw into only runners. And that's not one of them. So Dan's going to double up. Dan right back in the mix now.
Nice shout out from Donna about the experience here at Leeds. Nice one, Donna. It's great, really is good. Lovely casino as well. Great sports bar at the bottom. There's some of that big boxing on tonight. If you're a boxing fan, Canelo against GGG in Las Vegas. It's at the MGM.
They showing the boxing here?
It's on pay-per-view on BT Box Office, which I've never heard of before.
I've never heard of before either.
But it is, so I don't know if they've got it on or not, I'm not sure, but it's silly o'clock, it's 5 AM. One will be asleep. You can do what you want.
Nah, I think
You're half my age, you can do what you want.
Long days.
We're back in situ at 11 as well. So we'll be in for about 11:30 tomorrow. We're going to start at 12.
I'll be away with the fairies, I will.
Yeah.
When that boxing match
Yeah.
starts. So Mr. Malou with a raise to 25k on Pocket Jacks.
Now that's a bit familiar. There was some old boxing on, wasn't there? Usually is. We have an all-in player. In seat number 1 is
Dan getting his 11 big blinds in, blind on blind, Queen Jack. Standard jam, gets it through. Back up over the 100k mark. Carly, our short stack, 9 big blinds. It's actually all the players other than Ali Malou and Mo Qureshi at this table are 20 big blinds or less.
So if you were watching earlier, the bubble was BS. First out in the money was the absolute monster pot, wasn't it?
Yep.
Great Angel. He was out in 30th. Chris Cooper was then eliminated in 29th. Liam Whitty went out on the outer table. Mark Evans meant we were down to 3 tables. And Eddie Johnson finished 26th.
Yep.
Great effort from Eddie. Well done, Eddie. Well done to Eddie. Stephen Lockett finished in 25th and we're down to 24. So 24 players remain. Out of 302.
Get down to 24. How do you think we'll finish the day with then, Tower?
We're on 24. What we got left? 2 hour and a half, hour and 45?
Hour and 45, let's say.
Hour and 45.
18, 17?
Could be less.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be like 14.
Because Ali Malou and Mo Qureshi have actually got all the chips, it could actually be could be heads up.
Greg Harrison has not been eliminated, he is moving places. Well, that gives us
7 on the featured.
That gives us 3 tables of 7. Robert Bostock was 24th. Rennie Share was 23rd. And 22nd was Phil Hepburn. So we're on 21.
Well, we lost them pretty quick. Down to 21 players.
Greg's just moved to balance the tables. He lost a big stack to Mo Qureshi. Donald's just said that Gary's the final table of the side event. How do you know? Cole Lee still fighting on, building his stack up.
I can tell you, the final table of the side event, I was actually incorrect there. I can see
You was incorrect.
Sue O'Connor on
Oh,
the final
no.
table, and no
You
Andy Hills,
fibber.
and no Andy Hills.
You little flibber.
So Kev, if you're watching and you thought
Yeah.
she might have busted, she's still in.
Wow.
And Andy Hill's no longer in the event, so but both Diver and Sue are on the final table.
She's got spies. I got spies.
Ali Mlu on the button, 8-3 into the muck. Koa Lee, King 3 of diamonds, all in. Jeff with the 9-5, gonna get out of the way.
He's been a bit carded, has Jeff, hasn't he?
Yep. Hate to put the mockers on him, but he was sat in that exact seat when he busted this event last year, because he was on my right. And
Really?
I was in seat 8, yeah, he sat in that exact seat when he busted the event last year.
Well, fancy remembering that. I suppose when
Well,
he was sat there.
I was sat next to
When
him.
he was sat there?
I was in 8.
Did you make the final?
No, just before the final. Yeah. But day 3 seating draw,
Yeah.
first level on the featured. Jeff was sat there, I was sat on his left. Ali Mlu just limps in the cut-off. Koa Lee, ace-9 on the button. All in for 124k.
And he's not minding the gamble.
I would usually say in this spot it's an insta-fold and we're going to see the cards go into the muck, but
It's Ali Malou.
it's Ali Mlu and he's got chunks of chips and he likes these sort of suited gappers hands. So it'll be interesting to see how he proceeds.
Said, do you want to call him? And no. So he's not calling. So later stages here in Leeds, but we're in the money. And we're down to 22. No, we're down to 21, sorry, because they're on 3 tables of 7. Because Greg Harrison moved tables. Greg is in the checkered lumberjack shirt. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I work all night and I sleep all day. I chop down trees, I eat my lunch, I go to the lavatory. On Wednesdays I go fishing. And I've buttered scones for tea.
Never heard that song in my life. No.
Just Google the Lumberjack song by Monty Python. You ever heard of Monty Python?
Yeah. Snake native to Montenegro, right? Ali Malou. Looks like he's about to do Ali Malou things. King 3 under the gun +1.
Ali Malou things. 23.5. And the blinds at 4.8.
Made it 3x with King 3. Action on Mo in the small. Has Queen Jack.
The lines are now 5,000, 10,000. The running ante is now 1,000.
No, Koresh is going to see a flop. Or is that a raise? Because it's Ali Malou. No, just a call.
Potential 1.5 million pot brewing. Going to be half of these two hands to clash. Ace 7 5. Ali Malou continues.
Yeah, more checked. I like this for more. Looks like a check. Check call. He could lead the turn.
Getting floaty.
So it was a check bet call, not a check call, not a bet call. 4 of hearts on the turn. Check, check.
And Mo is probably always leading this river now. After floating the flop. Just queen high. He leads river.
Yeah.
A nice little play there gets Ali to fold the best of it.
Are we Anfan? No, we're not. We're in the money. Anfan was 31. We're down to 21. In fact, we're down to 20 because in that seat where we just sang the Lumberjack song, Greg Harrison has been eliminated.
20 remaining.
So now we're on 20.
Where's 18,000?
Mo on the button opens the 9-3 off. Christoph with ace-9 in the big defence. You expect Mo to continue here almost always. And that's job done. stack sizes, there's a lot of stacks around that 10 big blind mark, so we could have an influx of bust house for the remaining hour and a half we have left of today. Both Dan Hyde and Jeff Kimber on the table cashed this event last year. Jeff cashed in 21st place last year, 20 left now, so he's already outdone himself for the year at the Leeds event.
The running ante is now 300.
Coralie raises the ace-10, makes it 22k to go. Folds around to Mo in the cut-off.
Queen 7. Suited, not the computer end.
Yeah, not the computer end. And I'm guessing they're free betting chips from Mo there, but now Daniel's moved all in for his last 85k with pocket 10s back on Coralie. He moves all in and gets the bad news, shows a 10.
Yeah, Coralie is going to need a bit of fortune.
So Dan on his way to another double up, just needs to fade an ace and he's way over the 200k mark. And that is a good flop for the pocket 10s. No runners for the ace 10 other than 4-4.
Yeah, needs to fade an ace to double.
And
And
it's
does.
6. So Daniel Hyde in seat 1, who was down to 50k at one point, up over 211k. Coralie left with just 7 big blinds, 61,000 chips.
Cashed in Manchester this year and went to Vegas and had 3 scores in Vegas as well, did Dan? Cashed in this event last year. And has cashed again in 2018. And he doesn't want to leave because he's just doubled up.
Jeff's all in with his pocket 9s.
That's the best Andy's seen in about 3 days.
11 bigs. Folds round all the way to Coralie, who's got pocket 3s and a stack of 6 big blinds. I like the fold if he make. Oh, he's made the call. Oh, has he made the call? Has he made the fold?
He has made the call.
He's made the
3s
call.
for Coralie. Jeff Kimber's got a big chance to take out Coralie.
Oh, sorry, Co had less than Jeff, so
Yeah.
he's 7 big blinds. Oh, the line.
Ooh, 5s. More outs with a 5. A 3 and a 5 ball. And Coralie doubles. Oh, it's there! Straight in. We can still lose with an 8. Jeff Kimber now needs an 8. It's a queen. Wowzers. That is going to leave Jeff Kimber on fumes. Oh, lucky Mr. Jeff Kimber, 31,000 with the blinds at 4.8.
So Jeff down to 4 big blinds. Already outlasted his run in this event last year, coming 21st last year. 20 players left at the moment, but he is so short now. 4 bigs.
"20 minutes left at the level."
Bongo Ngolo says a good action table. Yeah, I think we knew when we saw the list of players we had for the final session it was going to be a good one.
What happened to Greg? He moved tables and has been eliminated. Unfortunately, out in 21st.
So Mo opening the ace king under the gun at +1. Folded all the way around to Jeff, who has a7 and 4 big blinds.
They don't want to see an ace, but unfortunately he runs into Mokaresh's ace king. This could be Kearns for the Kimber.
Yeah, not his lucky seat. Busted in the exact same seat on day 3 last year on the featured table. Needs to find a 7. That's not the best of flops for Jeff. Drawing to just a 7 now. And it's 9 on the turn, so just the 1 out because 2 are in the muck. And it's a 6, and we're going to lose Jeff Kimber in 20th place.
Well played, Jeff.
Unlucky Jeff, 21st last year, 20th this year. Unlucky with the pocket 9s against the freeze of Cowley, the hand before that left him on fumes.
So, a few eliminations in level 19.
That's 6K yesterday.
6K?
Yeah.
From 6K and this guy's got
Ace 5 for Dan, raises 17. Ali Malou calls. So Ali Malou in the tank on a flop of Queen 10 7. It's middle pair. I think it's being checked by Dan. It has indeed. And Ali takes in a few chips. Four 8 with a 1 for another 12 or 13 minutes.
Ali Malou doing Ali Malou things. Raised to 55k and the hijack makes it just the standard 8x with King 5 off. Gets the job done though. That's why it's so difficult to play against Ali Malou. Like, yeah, he makes some plays that can look really punty, but the thing is, he's very balanced with them plays. He opens to that size with Ace King some of the times and hands like Jacks, and makes him very difficult to play against because, believe it or not, he is actually quite balanced in the way that he plays. Unstandard style, but very difficult to play against at the table. Can put you in some tough spots. Ali Malou, 6-3 of diamonds in the hijack. Just limps in. Mo Qureshi in the small, 10-8. Expect him to complete here, getting this price. Just a big blind behind. And he does. And now Dan with King Queen in the big blind after a complete from the small and an original limp from Ali Malou. I wouldn't mind him just ripping in here with King Queen of clubs. He's got 181k.
That's exactly what he's done. Well read then.
Yeah, it's the right play, and it's going to get the job done in this spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice play from Dan. Not a lot of players take that spot, but good to see that he understood that the jam there was the best play. 10 minutes left of this level and we'll be into the final level of the day. Players busting left, right and centre since the bubble burst. Playing six-handed on the feature table at the moment, which means we're down to 19, I believe, at this point.
We are indeed. Jeff was 20th.
Ali Malou, ace 10 of hearts, under the gun. Makes it 24.5k to go, so makes it 3x. Folds all the way around to Christoph, who gets out of the way, and Ali Malou will pick up blinds and antes.
Nobody's on a million, but there's one very close. Don't know how David G's going on the outer tables, but he had chunks.
Dan gets out of the way on the button. Christoph. Ace 8 in the small. Raises to 20k. Ali Malou with the same hand. Thank you. Surprised to see Ali just call there. Christoph playing a stack of 15 big blinds. Surprised he didn't just put him all in. Flop of Queen 10-8, all hearts. Christoph checks, Ali bets, and he's going to take that one down. Shows the 8. Is he giving the cards to Dave? What's going on here? New deck. That's what's going on.
I don't know how they see the marks myself. Eagle-eyed cherries, these poker players. Even if it was marked or not. Bongo Ungolo, how are we doing? Where's your picture gone?
He's logged in as a guest tonight, that's why.
I am an imposter. Yeah, I know guests can now chat and do whatever in the chat box. Hopefully no rudeness or anything like that. We don't like any of that malarkey. We have a great crack, to be fair.
So Dan, in a bit of a limbo spot here with the pocket jacks. He's always continuing here, but it's sort of a bit too much to jam, and it's sort of awkward sizing when we free bet and get pilled, and it comes like a 1 overcard with the pocket jacks. But he has elected to 3 bet. Makes it 55. Just means he's going to have just over 1 SPR if Mo does elect to pill. But Mo just gets out of the way, and Dan chipping up nicely. Up to 243 now after being down to 50k not long ago. Question mark.
Question mark. I like that as a name. I'd like to call you by your real names or anything like that. Or
I'm guessing his real name's Mark.
it could be.
Surname question.
You'll never know.
Ali Malou on the button, coin 9. It's actually open you'd expect any player to make once folded on the button with this chip stack. Folded to you on the button with this chip stack. He just limps in, makes the call. Koa Lee completes out the small. Anthony checks his option, 3-way to this flop. Eight deuce 3, 2 clubs, and Ali Malou bets 16k, takes it down. So this is going to be the last hand.
Aye.
The level.
I'm guessing somebody's just been eliminated in 19th. Because we're down to 18 because we've got players coming in to our table.
2 tables. That's Richard Hasnip, I can see, about to sit now. And that looks like Adam Owen coming over as well. Not sure who it is in seat 4. So that means we're down to 18, guys. As we go into the final level of the day. Clock will probably get paused around 10 to 5 to 1. We'll draw for the number of hands, we'll play out the hands, players will bag their chips, and we'll be back tomorrow for the final day, which kicks off an hour earlier. So if you are tuning in tomorrow, start time on the live stream is 12:30. Thanks for everyone that's been tuning in so far today. Last hour of action just about to commence, and we're down to 2 tables.
So 18 players left. 18. The line was set. The line was set by Dave and Andy today at 17.
That's 17. Not a bad line. But there are a lot of shorties, so I can see it going under that line that was set.
Yep.
So blinds are now up. They are 5k, 10k.
They are indeed.
Running ante of 1,000 still. This is going to be the first hand of the level. Ali Mulu under the gun +1. Ace 10 of hearts. Looks like just a call.
Oh, excuse me. That came up a bit sharpish.
Rich with the 9 of clubs in the high check. Yes, makes it 30k to go against a limp from Ali Mulu with the Ace 10 of hearts. He asks to see Richard's chips and makes the call. Flop of Ace 10 9. We have got action here. Ali Mulu flopping top 2 pair. Richard with bottom pair and a flush draw. Club on the turn is carnage. Ali Mulu raises. And Richard's all in.
Ali Mulu snap calls with Ace 10 and 2 pair against a pair and a flush draw.
So Richard gonna need to find a 9 or a club to save his tournament. Turn is a 6 more outs.
That's even more outs. A 7, a club, or a 9. It's a king. And Ace 10 is going to take out.
Richard hasn't it. We lose from the tournament. Ali Mulu, 1 million chips, 100 big blinds. He is cruising.
So
The lines are now 1,500, 3,000. The running ante.
that brings us down to 17.
starting ante is now 300.
So you've just moved over the million chip marks. You look down and you see 2 red aces. Raised to 31k. Oh, and Koa Lee has got ace king. And he moves all in, and Ali Malou's going to snap his arm off when it comes back round to him. And he's looking for back-to-back bust-outs in 2 hands here. Oh. He's just knocking people out left, right and centre. And looks like Carly is going to be out the door. 6% equity with ace-king pre-flop.
Ali Malou show, ladies and gentlemen. The Ali Malou show.
Koa Lee needs lots of help. And
That's none of it.
Not it. Drawing to running kings or running nines.
Is that the arrow 1%?
It is indeed. Running kings or running nines. And that will be that. And we lose Koa Lee. Lost 2 players in 2 hands. Couldn't believe it. Ali Malou woke up with aces.
Wowzers.
We looked at him to say, have you got aces?
First person over a mil. So Jeff Kimber was out in 20th. When we were down to 19, we wondered how we got to 18. Alan Carr was eliminated, which meant we were down to 18. And then Dan Madel was then finished in 18th. Paul Frith was 17th. Richard Asnip, who we saw, was out in 16th. And Koa Lee
It's just busted.
has just gone in 15th.
So 14 left.
Hello.
14 players left. We are 24 about 20 minutes ago.
14 players left.
Wow, just bust out after bust out. Ali Malou on fire at the moment. Just winning pot after pot, busting player after player.
$14. And they get another raise only. Adam Moyne comes back to the table. Somebody said yesterday, give him the trophy.
Yeah, someone did.
He's still in.
So Anthony all in for his last 5 big blinds. Lee calls with the 10-9 of hearts. Can't ask for a much better spot than this for Lee. When you call with the 10 high, and it's basically a coin flip. I know it's different from the equities, but I'm guessing there's some 10s or 9s in the muck.
So the 8s against 10-9.
Could lose 3 players in 3 hands here.
We could. Jack 10. Sorry, Jack 7 10. Jack 7 Queen.
King.
Looking at the 9 10, thinking
King
he's got plenty
8.
of outs.
King 8, 10 or 9. It's a 5 on the river, so the 8s are going to double up.
Woo! Somebody survives.
Someone survives.
Somebody survived. Lee, 400,000 chips. With the lines at 510 for the last level.
Finishing up around 1:15 today.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone that's been tuned in throughout the day and everyone that's listening now.
We just had a crazy hour.
Yeah. I knew as soon as I saw this table for the last session that I was looking forward to it. It's has been a few cold decks though. To be honest, aces into ace king, one of the hands, and then top 2 pair versus a pair and a flush draw. It's just a couple of callers that Ali Malou was on the right end of. Adam under the gun. raised to 25k with the ace-6 of spades. Down in the cut-off, 10-9 of clubs. Incoming free bet? Nope, lets it go. Ali Malou gets out of the way with a Jack-9 and Lee King-8 off in the big blind. Lets that one go. We are down to 14 players.
I didn't think we'd be saying that tonight.
An hour before the end.
I really didn't think we'd be saying that tonight. 14 left. Hiya, Schoolman. What are the names of the players on the hour table? Craig Dawson, David G, Dan Sampson, Akil Butt. Who else we got?
I'm trying to figure that out from the back of their heads.
Phil Walker is in the pink. We're missing one. Is it Tom Noble? I think it's Tom, isn't it? In C5 next to Phil. That's it. Got him.
2 tables of 7.
Indeed.
This rate we could make the final table. Ali Malou doing Ali Malou things makes it 3x with the 9 deuce. Lee in the small blind with ace 10. Lee just folds to the ace 10. Didn't want to get involved with Mr. Malou.
How many chips has Craig got? We'll try and find out for you. Obviously on the outer table. He has 2 stacks of yellows. He's over 200,000 chips.
I totally forgot about this tower.
What's
Obviously
that?
got sidetracked. The Trilby conversation earlier. A hat.
Let's go to images.
Mo Qureshi. Pocket queens raised to 21k. Folds all the way round to the big blind who gets out of the way. No action for Mo with the queens. So basically it's just a hat tower.
A Trilby, yeah, Trilby's a hat. It's not just a hat, it's a fabulous hat. We're talking about the Trilby because the Rock was wearing one. Who's the most experienced player left? The most experienced will be Ali Malou. The most experienced would definitely be Ali Malou. Cashed for over $2 million in 30 years. Adam Owen sat in seat number 7. He's cashed for $3 million in 18 months. How the game changes, eh?
Yeah.
When you're driving around the country like Ali Malou did, playing in Bradford and Leeds and Sheffield, and nowhere else had got a game, so we had to go drive down 3 hours to the Midlands back in the 80s. Ali Malou was that man.
Vicky says she had a trilby in the 80s.
I've still got a trilby. I've got 10 trilbies.
I didn't even have a body in
And
the
they're
80s.
all different. And they're all different. We're talking about trilbies because Jay didn't know what a trilby was, and he had to Google it because Jim Gardner had a trilby on. And I went, oh, it looks good in his trilby, and I couldn't see the trilby. He says, what's a trilby? So it's the name of a hat. I've got 10 trilbies, all different colours. I've got an orange one that would suit Schoolman. Schoolman likes to play in orange.
Maybe we should wear one each for the grand final.
I have got an orange trilby that looks good when I'm playing golf. So yeah, I've got a black and white one, I've got a flashing light one. I've got a yellow one, I've got a pink one, I've got a white one. I've got one that looks like John Hesp, because I did the John Hesp last year.
What, it looks like John Hesp's hat or like
It's
John
the same
Hesp?
colour, same
Okay.
thing, yeah. So that's why we're talking about the trilbies. And we're now back to the final level of the day, 5,000, 10,000. And believe it or not, we have got 14 players left. We should have a trilby competition. You should get an extra 5,000 chips if you wear a trilby at the start of a comp.
Or a tea cozy.
Or a double, no, it should be a trilby comp. They actually have a trilby tour in the golf. It's actually called a trilby tour, and you have to wear a trilby. So I think they should have a trilby poker tournament where you double your chips, starting stack, if you wear one.
You come up with some ideas, you do, Tower.
It's a great idea. Flop a 944. Can't see Ali Malou's cards. Probably because we've changed that many decks in the last 12 minutes that it won't be registered.
Oh, he's got so many chips, he hasn't got nowhere to put his cards.
That's true.
Lee fires 22k with 6 high. Job done. Seven bigs for Christoph, 10 bigs for Anthony, both players in the danger zone.
We're on 14, this is the last level of the evening. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gents.
Lee opens the pocket eights. 3-bet from Adam. Gets the job done. folds all the way round to Dan on the button. He gets out the way. Christoph 4 deuce in the small. He's going to let this one go. Playing at just 6 big blinds now, Christoph. Going to need to try and find a spot to get that in as soon as possible.
Craig's got 320.
Craig has got 320 Scullman. 320,000 for Craig Dawson.
Whew. 320,000 went running round to see how many Craig Dawson's got. We've had a good day.
We have had a good day.
It's been excellent.
Last session has been fun, and I've still got around 40-45 minutes left. Mo raises to 22k in the hijack. And Lee in the big blind with King Queen makes the call. Flop of Queen 6-4 Rainbow. Lee should be checking over to the aggressor. Mo will continue with most of his range on this type of board, as he does, and it's an easy call for Lee with the King Queen. Tough spot this for Lee on the river. Mo turned the straight flush draw, elected not to double barrel and take the free card, and rivers the flush. Lee led for 35 and pays off when he's raised on the river and gets the bad news, and the King Queen goes into the muck. And Mo also over 1.1 million. So between them, both Ali Malou and Mo Qureshi have over a third of the chips in play.
Adam's not too far behind.
And yeah,
On 80 bigs. 800,000. I actually think he's the man to fear.
yeah, I think he is. What we saw earlier, that fold with the King Queen on the river.
Yeah. And Nigel Dempsey said yesterday, pass him the trophy.
Yep, he did.
And that was halfway through day 2.
Yep.
Halfway through day 1B, sorry. And he just said, pass him the trophy. And yeah, different gravy. Brilliant.
Yes, Mel. She is still in the side of it. Still on the final table. Christoph gets his last 6 big blinds in with King 10. Leading small with pocket 4s. Asks for a count. He's playing a stack of 24 big blinds. He does have Adam to worry about behind him though. If he's in the big blind closing the action, it becomes a bit of a slam dunk call with the 4s. But because he's got Adam behind, he elects to fold and Adam calls with the 3s. And we're off to the races. Christoph gonna need to find a king or a 10.
Well, he's 60% to win the hand, but it's Adam, so he's probably 10%.
Yep.
Adam doesn't lose flips. Chris, you're gonna need to get a little bit lucky and hit to survive, or else he's out in 14th.
Really good flop for the 3s there. They have the 3 of clubs as well.
7 or 8 for a sweat and more outs. Oh, it is a 7. So an 8, a 10 or a king. And it's a 5. We lose Christoph Z. Great effort, Christoph.
So does that mean we're down to
13? 14th out of 302 is a great effort. Well done, young man.
So playing 6-handed now at this table, 7-handed on the other outer table. 13 remain with around 35 minutes left of the day. Ali Malou, pocket 9s in the hijack. Makes it 33k to go. Gets that one through. On go and go low. Any more eliminations in the last 10 minutes? No. Christoph was the last player to be eliminated.
Well, that's within the last 10 minutes, I suppose.
Yep. We've got 6 playing on the featured table and 7 on the outer table, everyone is in shot. So when someone busts on the outer table, you should be able to see. Adam raised to 24k in the cut-off. Mo with Queen 10 in the small. He makes the call, and Dan's going to get out of the way of the big blind. See a flop of Jack 8-5 a rainbow. Gut shot for Mo. Adam just king high. It was check check, 7 on the turn. Bet 25k from Mo. Adam does have a gut shot, but just king high. This guy's a beast. He's just too good. He just sniffs out something at Mo. Just feels like Mo doesn't have it and raises it up, and Mo makes the call with a gut shot, just queen high. And he gets there on the river.
He knew he was coming, he was there all the
Knows
time.
it's coming.
Oh, Mr. Mokoreshi.
And Adam snap folds when he's losing on the river. It's,
No, I got there on the river.
little Ryan on the head from Adam. Seen it on the featured table the last few days. Seems like he just sniffs out spots that other people wouldn't find. And in that case he lost the hand but got unlucky on the river. I don't think we would have seen Mo lead if he didn't hit the queen or the 9 for his gut shot.
Mokoreshi adds more chips, gets closer to Ali Malou. Full chip count on its way when we finish the end of the day's play, and all chip counts will be on the final roundup video.
What's in that?
Simple. Mo, back-to-back Queen 10s. This time, well, the suited variety.
Back-to-back 5s earlier.
Dan with King Queen in the small blind and a stack at 18 bigs. He should be moving all in here against a button open. As he does, there's a triangle. Ali Malou getting out of the way, even he's not calling with 7 deuce. And it's back on Mo, who will not be calling an 18 big blind shove with Queen 10. And Dan's just going to pick this one up most of the time without having to go to showdown. Can't see Mo calling with the Queen 10 here. He has got chunks and chunks of chips, but this one's got to go into the map.
He'll think about it for a while and then he will sling them in the muck. There they go. We're down to 13. Oops, oh, that's not on the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 players left in the side event. Diver has been eliminated. Dan raises on the button. Ali Blue, ace 8. An ace 8 off for Ali.
Facing a button open from Dan. Makes the call. Lee is getting out of the way with a 9 deuce. So heads up to this flop.
9, 5 deuce. Rainbow. Ali Malou still in front with ace high.
Dan's going to win this hand a lot of the time with his continuation bet, but we have a lead from Ali Malou with just ace high.
That's called an Ali lead.
Ali lead, yeah.
Very small. 18,000. Must be a lot of 500 chips.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Dan actually kill one here and float in position, or just at least continue. Yeah, reason being, the price he's getting there, he's actually getting a direct price to get there against 9x, 5x, deuce x, them type of hands. If you can find a king or a jack on the turn, really cheap price he was getting. And now Ali's picked up a gut shot. He bets 27k, very small bet once again. And now, after floating the flop with king high, I think we just have to let this one go, as Dan can be drawing dead in this spot some of the time. Valley's made a funky 2 pair or a set. And yeah, I agree with the fold there from Dan on the turn. I like the call on the flop, the float with king high on that dry board texture, getting that price. But after the double barrel from Mr. Malou, gotta let it go.
Gotta let it go, let it go.
It's about 180.
Flop a queen 4-3.
One overcard to the pocket tens of Dan, just 9 high for Adam in the big. A lot of the time it's going to go check bet fold. As it does. So there's the chip counts. Mo and Ali both over the million mark. Anthony, short stack.
Help!
7 big blinds.
So we're still on 13. We have 7 over on table 2 and 6 on table 1. The one we're looking at right now. Latter stages of day 2. Just about winding up.
We've got around 10 minutes till the clock will be paused and we'll draw for the number of hands. So Mo with ace 10 raised to 25k. Dan has at 8-7 of clubs. This is
Here's 10 for Mo, raised to 25,000, pretty standard. Lee, is he coming along for the ride?
Anthony is all in. He's put the all in triangle, and Mo has to call here. I don't know what the dwell up's even about, to be honest with you. He's already invested 2.5 big blinds. He needs to call 8, so just 5.5 big blinds more. We're well ahead of a range that Anthony should be jamming here for 8 bigs. He'll be jamming all his suited aces, all his pocket pairs, some king queens, king jack suited, jack 10 suited, queen jack suited, hands like that. Should just be a snap call, but Mo in the tank.
It's all changed. I can't log in.
So the snowmen are going to get called.
Yeah.
78,000 out of 1.2 million. Cycle with ace 10. He has the overs. He'll be happy to see ace. Be happy to see the eights.
So Anthony needs to fade an ace or a 10 to double up and get himself back in the game.
Well, most Koresh is standing up. He's got 1.2 million chips.
If you stand up, you have that little bit of equity. Yes.
All right.
Get that.
Let's see. Well, there you go.
There you go. So the 8's in lots of trouble now. Needs to find one of the remaining 8's in the deck. Three on the turn, so just an 8.
We need an 8, or Anthony Sutcliffe is going to finish in 13th. Oh, just quads.
Just quads.
Any quads a bet.
That's why you stand up, Tower. You make quads. And a great run there for Anthony Sutcliffe. Biggest ever live cash.
Well done,
nice to see that going around the table, shaking everyone's hand. Takes
Played
it.
in the great spirits. What
Yeah.
a top man. Nice one, Tony. Tony Sutcliffe eliminated in 13th. We're down to 12. Just quads.
So we should be getting another player from the outer table.
We will be. Aye, aye. Phil Walker's on his way.
A little. Going back to the featured for the last 15-20 minutes of the day. Phil making his way over.
So you can see 2.
So Phil straight into the action under the gun. Into the muck they go. Looks like Ali is reaching for chips. Queen 9. Raised to 34k. King Jack for Lee. Gets out of the way. Adam makes a quick fold. All the way round to Dan. And he gets out of the way as well. So Ali Malou's going to pick that one up uncontested.
So once the clock is paused for a certain number of hands, we'll let you know exactly what it is. I'm sure Yanis will shout. It's 7. 7. The average is supposed to average out at 2 minutes a hand.
Yeah.
So whatever they close the clock on, the top number should be divided by the 2 minutes.
Yeah, so clock dropped below 10 minutes now.
Ooh.
So it should be paused either after this hand or the next one. Lee raising the ace-8 of diamonds to 20k. He gets a call from Mo and Phil in the big. 3 to this flop. 6-5-3, 2 clubs. Bottom pair for Phil. Checks through. 2 pair now for Phil, still with the best hand, Queen 3. Now Lee coming in for the delayed continuation bet.
Ace of hearts hits the river, cements the hand for Lee.
Checks it over to Mo, and now Mo's going to bluff at this with a 9 high, and he's going to get his arm snapped off here. I'll give it 2 seconds it takes Lee to call here, unless he chooses some polarising size, but if he makes it a normal size, we'll just see a snap call. There it is.
Lee gets some much needed chips, gets up to $500,000. So Mo Qureshi, Ali Malou, same chips. Since the GDPR, I think it's up to the casinos whether they put them into the end of mob or not. Grosvenor have resisted, so they don't send their results to end of mob.
Thanks, Jack.
Thanks, Jay. Oh, Jay. Yeah, you can. Yeah, well, I'm guessing. Right?
To be honest, you answered the question a lot better than I would have. So.
Is that about right?
Yeah, I'm not even too sure on it really, Mel.
I think until they get clarification that they can actually send them over and they don't get into any trouble. Yeah, so I think because of the GDPR, they didn't want to get themselves in trouble, and anybody claimed that they've seen the name when they didn't want to have it written in writing or whatever. I think the governor went down the line of not sending them over. I think once it's settled and everything goes back to how it should, I think everybody. I don't know how other casinos get around it. I'm not too sure. I don't know what the rules are. I've not actually.
Oh, picking a card.
Oh, picking a card. 3. That's the young uns picking the 3, you see. 3 more hands.
3 more hands.
Yeah, so I think it's different casinos choose different ways to do it. I'm not too sure why you wouldn't want your name in lights once you've cashed in a big tournament, but each to their own. Ali and Mo are bossing it at the minute. Last 3 hands have just been announced. This is the first one of 3.
So Mo's going to take that one with Queen High. 2 hands left to go.
What you can't see is that there's a bit of a race on.
Yeah, a big race.
If only we could show you. If only we could show you. So the final 2 hands. Ace Queen for Dan. We see a flop as the big blind defends with Jack 5.
No, Adam just lets it go. So on to the last hand.
Yep, it does let it go eventually.
The last hand of the day.
Been another great day. We started with 93. We're now down to 12. And in the money.
So thanks to everyone that's joined us today.
Yeah.
We're back tomorrow for the final day. It's been another great day here in the booth. Feature's been fun to watch, fun to commentate on.
Don't forget, we're back tomorrow from 12:30.
Yep, an hour earlier.
Always
the final day.
starting live in the club at midday on a Sunday.
So last hand, Dan gets out the way under the gun.
Cheers, Vicky. Thanks for tuning in. Off on your holidays until next Thursday, so you'll be with us tomorrow. There'll be a live stream free roll tomorrow, and there'll also be a £30 token given away in the chat box as well.
So Ali Malou wants to play the last hand of the day. He's getting involved with 9-5. And looks like Mo Qureshi is going to defend.
I think Dan's happy.
3 to the flop.
Ten, 4, 5, 2 spades.
Top pair for Phil, gut shot for Mo, and Ali Malou with middle pair. So everyone's caught a piece or a little piece at least in this flop.
The guys standing up are going to be bagging up their chips.
Bet of 35k from Phil. Mo puts in a raise.
Mo Qureshi's mixed it up. But Phil saying seat 2 with 117,000. Could he come straight over the top?
He's all in.
He is all in. And this should be a snap fold. Fingers in cookie jar on the last hand.
Well, he's actually getting 4 to 1 to call here, 77k to call. 4 to 1 to call, 20% needed to make it a break-even call. He does have 1.1 million chips, and that's just his gut shot as well.
Phil Walker wins the last hand.
So here's the chip counts. Mo Qureshi, chip leader at the end of day 2, 1.2 million. Second chips, Ali Malou, 1.1 million. Adam Owen, 735,000. Ring, 636,000. Tom Logan, 380,000.
Great watching all those guys. The last remaining 6, Craig Dawson 332, LD 327, Dan Sampson 286, Phil Walker, who we've just seen winning the last hand on 283, Akil Butt 221 and Daniel Hyde 219. 12 left for the final day tomorrow here in Leeds. £41,000 up top. We are looking forward to it. Don't forget to follow us on Grosvenor Poker on Facebook for the blog. Hashtag GUKPT on Twitter and YouTube GUKPT as well. It has been a superb day. We start at midday in the club at 12:30 on the live stream. From Jay Harwood,
cheers guys,
and myself, the Tower. See you tomorrow. Ta-ta.